This outstanding 6'4" athlete credits Jamaica with her first Olympic victory ever.
Jamaica is filled with Olympians.
World record holder McKinley dashes into the lead.
We must never forget the forerunners of Jamaican Olympic greatness.
Coming into the home stretch, it's Wint who challenges the leader.
Win or lose, athletes never forget their Olympic experience.
Fairly knotty and devastated. Another world-class field. And Hemmings is going to do it. Hemmings wins it. She's the champion. A personal...
Win or lose, Jamaicans will cheer the loudest at the Olympics so that the world will never forget who we are.
And Usain Bolt is moving away. And Jamaica retained their title. And the world record has been taken apart. Oh, I say.
From July 26 to August 11, tune in only to Nationwide 90 FM for the coverage of the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, because we're here to ensure that you never forget. Nationwide's coverage is powered by our bronze sponsors: National Road Operating and Constructing Company Limited, Grace Foods, Spirits Expression Sports Lounge, Imperial Optical Jamaica, Rainforest Caribbean, and Sunshine Snacks.
But is this real? Hey Greg, come look at this. Oh my, it's happening. Mr. Daniels, the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sir, the clicks are off the charts.
Hello, sales? What's the emergency? 9,000 clicks in one day? 3,000 order? So how much we have left? What? I soon call you back. Mr. Nakamoto, it's Danny from Jamaica. I need 5,000 of the big ones. We're back in business.
Yes, sir. Arigato. Suene. Amplify your brand. Let Nationwide 90 FM assist you in tapping into a captivated audience across our social media platforms. For more information, contact us at 876-630-1210 or sales@nationwidenewsnetwork.com. Businesses, companies, and entrepreneurs, let's supercharge your brand.
Experience Jamaica's Olympic triumphs in Jamaica Gold, a golden spotlight.
Brought to you by Houghton's Pharmacy. Houghton's RX-Pack for better medication management.
After Donald Quarry's triumph in the men's 200 meters final at the 1976 Games, Jamaica's athletes would go another 20 years without winning Olympic gold. That cycle was ended in style by Dion Hemmings at the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. Hemmings became the first ever Jamaican woman to win Olympic gold, taking the 400 meters hurdles in an Olympic record of 52.82 seconds.
And the world champions coming back on Hemmings now, and Buford on the inside. They're absolutely neck and neck, and Hemmings, is she strong enough to take this Olympic title? Batten on the near side, she stuttered in. Hemmings and Batten, and these three, and Hemmings is going to do it. Hemmings wins it, she's the champion. Batten the silver medalist, Beaufort Bailey the bronze, 52.82, a personal best, a new Olympic record. She's always promised it, but this year she could hurdle, and this year she proved she had the strength. Bronze medalist last time, gold medalist this time. Dion Hemmings is the Olympic champion.
You just experienced a Jamaican Olympic triumph in Jamaica Gold, a golden spotlight.
Brought to you by Houghton's Pharmacy. Houghton's RX-Pack for better medication management.
Jamaica. Our young people are world leaders, innovators, and game changers. They are creative, intelligent, bold, and they are champions. My youths, you have the power to transform Jamaica. Our country needs your ideas, your opinions, your solutions, and your support. Full time now, we kick out crime and violence, rape culture, unemployment, and all of the other problems in Jamaica land we love. I'm Empress Scolding, encouraging all young people to come make we talk up. Pan Talk Up Radio. Go on with it, youths. Talk up youth. Myself a talk up youth.
And so we come to know these youths and show these youths. Talk up yourself, the youths to know them roots. nurture them, protect and love and hear these youths. Music make them know I love we show these youths. Say save the youth, not kill the youth. A build we come for build the youth. Stop trick and fool and kill the youth. A build we come for build the youth. Empower and inskill the youth. A build we come for build the youth. Youth in action, Jamaica, we are build the youths. I come youth in Jamaica.
This morning I woke up and I look in the mirror and every part of my body was in place. Many people died and never saw this day. So another day I live, I appreciate. Don't ever wanna act too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I can fall down on my face. So in everything, Lord, I give you praise, and that puts a smile on my face. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day. Don't fuss and fight, let us unite. We got one life, so let's make it right. It's a beautiful day, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Valleys of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, won't be dismayed when I see the clock ticking away and things are not in place. Everything in life happens for a reason. Disappointment comes with a lesson. It's for me to get wiser, got to work harder. In the end, it will get better. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Please don't fuss and fight, let us unite. We got one life, so let's make it right. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. If you got life, then give God praise. You may not have much, but you're living day by day. You can have faith and don't want to work. Get up off that seat and put that brain to work. Hey, hey.
Welcome here on Nationwide Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. And we're here today. It's indeed a beautiful day, right, Malik?
It is such a beautiful day. We have life.
Amen. So we are here. Welcome to the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. Here on the best revolution and station, Jamaica, nationwide 90 FM. Whether you're listening to us on 90.3, 90.5, 90.7, and 90.9 FM band or Digiplay or Flow, we are glad to have you this morning. And you know, it's your boy Keradine and
none other than the voice of your boy Malik, and we're in here debating what we're going to be named. If you're going to be a Malker Day or Kermal Day, but we're M and K. It's an MK. You know, we're a brand today. And indeed. Today we are the youth voices of youth resilience and impact in a moral, spiritual, and social way. And that's what we're going to talk about today on this very beautiful day here in Kingston City.
Yeah, so youth resilience speaks to the ability of young people bouncing back from adversity and developing coping strategies to navigate hardships by connecting with the like-minded individuals who are healthy relationships, establishing values that guides our actions as well, connecting to God or who may classify as the supreme being. Thus, the social media morals and spiritual impact. Coming up in the show.
So today in our show, we have in our Youth for Chat segment, we'll be hearing from our very own local environmentalist and Talk Up Youth team member, Danalyn Swaby, and her charitable effort to aid the people of St. Elizabeth following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Inside our What Say You segment, keeping up with the inspirational theme of the day, we'll be joined by another senior host of ours, Kevon Ellis, and one of his teammates, Norika Morale. And then we're going to be educating us on all things religious this morning, as well as giving us a little backstory or update into their lives, what led them to this point, and finally, they'll be sharing with us a little bit about the Arise conference. Have you heard about it, Cardine?
Yeah, I heard about it, yeah.
And this conference and how young people can be in pursuit of spiritual growth and development. And of course, we have the Bus the Youth segment. And inside the Bus the Youth segment, we'll catch up with a talented family in Jamaica. They are major, they are super. We welcome back Ngozi Wright or Ngozi Wright and her father, Maja Bless or Major Bless. And of course, we will close the show with some obvious social media highlights, what's been going on. But on this beautiful day, what's the question of the day?
The question of the day is, how do you live by show?
No man is an island.
Yeah.
So how do you live by or show no man is an island? And I think since the passage of the storm, we are trying to exemplify or show people why it is no man is an island or no man stands alone.
Yeah.
So we're here until 1 p.m. and Curtin, we have to answer that question first and foremost. So you can listen to us on the Talk Up Youth Radio Show here or online at nationwideradiojm.com. That's nationwideradiojm.com. Or get the Nationwide app in your relevant app store. And you can also watch us on our YouTube at Nationwide 90 FM. Good morning to our YouTube family, YouTubers. Hi, lovely to see you all. It's a beautiful day and we thank you, beautiful people, for joining us this morning. So keep it locked into the station you can trust. Let's switch over to the break. This is the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, a youth-led production. Stay tuned for more. Talk Up Youth, Miss Effie. Talk Up Youth. We'll soon come back.
Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Don't fuss and fight, let us unite. We got one life and let's make it right. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day.
Kids, madam ground, not yesterday. I like an if start show. Loudy kids, them alone to them by the street, madam going back home. This is Ngozi Wright representing for Talk Up Youth.
The following hurricane tip is brought to you by National Safety Limited. Safeguard your property. If you own a vehicle, fill the gas tank and move it to higher ground if you live in a low-lying area. Secure outdoor items like furniture, grills, and bicycles, which can become dangerous projectiles during strong winds. The preceding hurricane tip was brought to you by National Safety Limited. Your safety is our concern. Telephone 876-926-4478.
Upgrade your home or business with Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Explore a range of termite-resistant plywood, quartz, solid surface, and granite. Experience timeless elegance with our cedar doors, crafted from premium cedar stock, kiln-dried for durability and beauty. For quality and craftsmanship, visit us at the Trade Center Kingston 10 or Hatfield Mandeville. Call 876-963-0628-30. Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Transform your space today.
Share in the experience at Fontana Pharmacy. We have a wide variety of items in store just for you. Fill your prescriptions while you shop. And senior citizens enjoy 10% off. Shop household, cosmetics, toys, and many other departments. We also offer curbside pickup and delivery. Visit our website at fontanapharmacy.com. Fontana Pharmacy, where it's all good inside.
Out perform outlast. Guilty. With top performance. Guilty. Jackama. Reliable. Full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Fancy leg tools, 3 parts and 3 repairs. 3 parts, 3 repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-6111-4. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
My name is Kedrin Campbell. I come from the Appleton Basic School. My favorite Olympic hero is Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce.
Watch for Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce.
Looking back now, I say there's no barrier when it comes to your passion and your calling as time honors your greatness. So I thank you so much, and I pray that you'll be an inspiration to all young girls, mainly the girls, to know that there's no limits when you believe what you believe and continue to work hard. We are strong, we are powerful, and most importantly, we are fearless.
It's glorious gold once again to Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce.
Stay tuned to the Paris Olympic on Nationwide 90 FM. Yeah!
This is Naomi Cowan representing for Talk Up Youth. This on every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Nationwide 90 FM. Talk Up Youth. Me say, Talk Up Youth. Yeah, you have to stand for your rights now. Now is the time. Tell the
people. You will make a way. Always made a way, God. Oh God, oh God. Some days I am, some days out, but I will not give up. No, I won't let go. I know God will make a way for me. Yeah. Oh, troubles on the left, troubles on the right. Trusting in you, oh God, I know I'll be alright. I know God will make a way for me. You're the God of the valley, the mountains and the sea. So I will not worry. Make a way for me. Powerful and mighty.
Welcome back to the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth, coming to you live here on Nationwide 90 FM, and it is a beautiful day.
Indeed.
And you are listening to none other than the voices of your boys Malik and
Kerdane.
And it's an MK brand type of episode today. And today we are the voices of youth resilience, moral, spiritual, and social resilience. And you know, it's ever most important, especially at a time like this, Kerdane, experiencing the storm and realizing no man is an island. And so the island's largest parish, and by some arguably the best, is, if you're looking for food and attractions, St. Elizabeth, the breadbasket parish. Like others on the island, it was devastated or ravaged by the effects of Hurricane Beryl. And so joining us today via Zoom is none other than one of our very own Talk Up You team members, Dana Lynn Swaby, to tell us about her relief efforts for the parish of St. Elizabeth. For those of you who do not know yet, Dana Lynn Swaby, apart from being a team member, is a climate change advocate and the creator of the Global Yardie Climate Podcasts. And so through and through, she's here supporting and telling us how she is being resilient on the ground in this social impact way. But before we even get to Dana Lynn, Kerdane, the question of the day, we have to just zoom in a little bit on it. How do you live by or show no man is an island? Everybody know that song, No Man is an Island, No Man Stands Alone? Go, so you learned that song in school. How do you live by showing that no man is an island?
Well, to be honest, how do I show? Well, really and truly, every day, it's an everyday thing for me. You know, it's an everyday thing for me. I'm a person from a community where everyone knows their one another. You know, so oftentimes whenever I'm going out or stuff, I would always ask my neighbors if they would want anything on the road or stuff like that. And especially I'm from a community where a lot of elderlies are from.
Right.
You know, so I definitely also look out for them. Even the other day when the storm was here, I was the one out in the rain and stuff, going and looking about some of the elderlies who are a part of my community and stuff, and seeing if, you know, they're okay and stuff. So that is a quiet example of showing that no man is an island.
And I like what you said. It's so profound, you know, that it's an everyday thing. It's a once in a blue moon thing, yeah?
Definitely.
How do I show that no man is an island or no man stands alone? I think I'd underscore what you're saying by I do it every day.
Yeah.
It's how you live. It's how you check in with your friends and your loved ones and people you don't even know.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have that spirit of discernment if you see, because, you know, sometimes you have beggars and you have beggars. Sometimes you have to have that discernment to say, no, you know, me I go give him the last $100 in my pocket because him really look hungry.
That is true.
And so community and support and help shows us that if we exemplify that daily, no man is an island and no man stands alone. And so Dana Lynn is showing us today her perfect example of through her social impact and her outreach. I think she's on the ground now there in St. Elizabeth. How no man is an island and no man stands alone. Good morning, Dana Lynn.
Good morning, Malik, Curdy. Good morning to all the listeners nationwide. Thanks for having me, everyone.
Thanks for joining. How are you doing?
I mean, individually, I'm good. It's the circumstances. So we're still grateful and I'm giving thanks that we're able to be up and about and do what we can.
Great. And you're there in Saint Best, as some person might say, right?
Can you repeat that, please? It's a little low.
Okay, so I'm saying they're there in Saint Best, as some person might call it, right?
Well, yeah, actually, if I'm to be honest, I'm not in the parish right now, but in other capacities, yes, I'd say that I am in St. Beth.
Okay, good.
So, any news or updates or milestones you want to share with us before we get into the episode, madam?
Yes, absolutely, and I heard you mention, of course, rolling out my rap piece, and I just wanted to even contextualize why this is important for me, as I was just sharing with a friend of mine. Remember, too, that I am Miss St. Elizabeth 2017, or Miss Jamaica 2017, the first from St. Elizabeth.
Yes, Miss Jamaica.
The people that know me know I'm always talking about Black River, St. Elizabeth, climate action. And in a time like this, when the two intersect, it's all the more reason why I have to be one of the people on the ground representing for my home parish and community, and especially in this time when we're seeing the devastating impact of climate change. It's a record-breaking hurricane like Beryl, which may unfortunately be the first of others, whether it's in this season or the next. So there is a lot of things to deconstruct, Malik and Ferdinand, when it comes to the kind of impact and the disaster that we're experiencing right now. But even though the spotlight may be on me, I'm speaking on behalf of our community, because what I'm able to do right now through mobilizing the GoFundMe, getting support as I was this week to get for trucked water to be delivered to communities that are without water. That's not an individual effort. It's a result of community coming together. I've been coordinating a GoFundMe through the support of another childhood friend and colleague, Jody Bernard Carr. We're both from Black River. Her sister, my childhood friend again, based in the U.S., helps us with Shanique, helps us to set up the GoFundMe, because people have been calling, how can I support? How can I donate? What we're doing for Black River. And when we say Black River, we're not speaking exclusively to the town or community of Black River. It's really the environs, because there are other communities outside of Black River that have been worse affected. We have people in Black River who've also been impacted, because every night, we're getting these kind of calls to see how we can support. So the GoFundMe is really, to look at persons who've been affected, especially where the housing stock or the infrastructure. A whole heap of people lose them roof, and we know.
So, Dana, before you even go any further, what is it? Let the listeners understand and appreciate what inspired, apart from you being, St. Elizabeth's brand and chief ambassador, I would arguably say. And as you say, you're marrying your two passions, your parish and climate action. What exactly inspired you to focus on the relief efforts post Hurricane Beryl?
Well, that it hits So first of that, what you just said is personal for me. It hit home literally.
Literally.
And I'm in the business of climate change from I left university. This is the space that I've been in a communication capacity, in a volunteer capacity, looking at climate awareness and youth engagement to build the resilience to climate change. So this could not have happened at a time like this, and I stay silent and inactive.
Right.
Just before the hurricane season, the podcast you just mentioned, my podcast,
Global Yadi.
we were looking at that very same topic, natural disaster in the Caribbean, environmental risk management, speaking with Eleanor Jones, CEO of Environmental Solutions, and saying that ahead of the hurricane season, it's much more than buying the tin food and battening down. We have to look at different levels, whether it's at a business level, at a community level, when you're looking at the vulnerable people.
Right.
How is it that what does pre-disaster planning look like nowadays for us? And so it cannot be any more ironic what has befallen us. So when we look at agriculture, I also work in a professional capacity within the agriculture sector, and as a daughter of a farmer as well, Malik. So and then I am from the breadbasket part, so everything
is just so interconnected.
And that is what we've always been saying with climate change. It's not no science thing, and it's not no foreign thing. It affects every aspect of our lives.
It's a life thing,
Right, and so we're seeing it play out before us right now. And so it was just, it's in the dark moments that we work, Malik. If we're talking in the fair weather and having awareness before this, and when the disaster hits, then, we really have to step up. And you and Cardine were mentioning about the No Man is an Island.
Yes.
And then so in the effort that I'm mobilizing, while people may be seeing me, it's a network, it's a village that has been assisting. So, it comes full circle, as you all have been mentioning, when I think about the work that has gone into getting water to 5 areas within Black River, Harris, Vineyard. This morning we roll out to Arlington. That's a result of the village. Some of my climate colleagues from Girls Here, that's a female-led climate organization for girls in the Caribbean and Jamaica, led by Jamaicans, Aisha Constable and Janelle Tomlinson, that have reached out to me and said, please, only can you help me with 1 truck of water to come in on my community, please, they help with 4. And then another citizen from Black River help with getting water out to these areas. So everybody's been saying the Jamaican adages, one coca, every make a muffin. That's what we've been doing. On the Rotaract side, because I'm a Rotaractor, the Rotaract community has also been responding. Right now, they're on their way to St. Elizabeth, having received donations of, relief on food items and so forth. So they'll be doing that every week, going down. But like I said, being from the community, we can't really wait on, you need all the help that you can get from all angles. And so we can't really wait on one organization, because we know individuals who've been impacted and people reaching out to us, and people want to streamline funds and other resources to us to get to the persons affected. So we're just trying to do the best that we can
in the circumstances. But I want you to bring to the attention, because we see it on social media, but again, as you said, you are on the ground. What were the most significant impacts of the hurricane on the parish of St. Elizabeth from what you saw? I see, but we want them to understand.
The very obvious thing for me is that when you look at the housing stock, I was so surprised. And I'm no design expert, but Malik, I am seeing houses that me know them are not all houses. These are houses that built after Gilbert. And so that is why I said, while we're looking at relief, so many things to deconstruct, because and so the housing stock, I have to also talk about the fact that my alma mater, 2 of them, Black River Primary School, has been damaged. Hampton School, my alma mater for 7 years, has been damaged. Monroe College, Bethlehem, Moravian, and I'm sure there are other schools in other communities within the parish that has been affected. And why that stands out to me is that when I was a first former at Hampton, we felt that we were affected by Hurricane Ivan. The school and the Alumni Association spent years mobilizing funds to restore the chapel and other buildings. Some newer buildings now have been destroyed. And in the communities too, you have to think about the farmers, the hard-working people like my parents and other people who work a foreign, who not work a foreign or whatever. Some of these houses that took so long to build, you understand, now being destroyed or impacted. So a lot of the mental, the economical, the social, everything happening at the time. But then it now speaks to what does building back mean? Because aside from us trying to get some ply and zinc and construction material to help these people, what is the, we have to now think about how do we make it more resilient for the next hurricane? Because like I said, with the school affected by a previous hurricane and maybe other persons, their property being affected, and now coming back to now face the brunt of another storm. It shows that aside from the immediate relief, we're going to have to do a lot of work in looking at the resilience, the agriculture sector, Malik. So right now it's about what you're experiencing when you ask what's the most, because it depends. It depends. Somebody house gone, for them that's the most important thing. Somebody the farm and all the crops that are gone. So that has implications for our food security, implications for household income and people's lives and livelihoods. So it's
one thing, in July starts off very strong. It's strong at the start of the hurricane season.
Look here, that is what we're also saying, Malik. When you watch some movie or you see some monster or something mutate, there it took less than 2 days to move from a tropical depression to a hurricane. And at the category 4, category 5 level that we've seen in July, you normally see these kind of storms in September. And so that doesn't augur well for us. The experts, scientists, and meteorologists have been saying, the warmer temperatures that we're seeing contributing to these stronger and more frequent storms. And we don't have the bandwidth, really.
Trust me. From what we're seeing, we do not. But Dinalyn, bring our listeners, I want to bring you away a little from this specific situation on the ground, back to your climate. I want to go back from macro to micro. Just tell us a little bit, you mentioned, the very active hurricane season that may be befalling us in the region. But are there any other important dates or meetings in the environment and climate resilience sector that we should look out for between now and the end of the year, the next quarter of the year, that you can think about?
Sorry, if a date or meetings?
Yes, important dates or meetings we should keep in mind.
So there are always things happening. Well, in terms of meetings, I know the COP, the Annual Climate Conference, usually happens around November, December. Even ahead of that, you will be having different environmental agencies having pre-COP conversations and consultations. And so even before the hurricane season, there was this SIDS, Small Island Developing Conference that happened in Antigua. And, there is, that mobilization of all the Caribbean countries, not just Caribbean, but Small Island, because you have the Pacific countries as well. Looking at the fact that as countries and nations that contribute the least to climate change, we are the ones that are being affected the most. And so a lot of the focus of these meetings and the position of advocacy is around the fact that we need climate finance.
Yes.
Especially in times like this to help us bounce forward, because people say we don't want to say bounce back. Bounce forward, because all the sectors, especially in the Caribbean, are climate sensitive. Education, health, agriculture, tourism. And so when we have these kind of disasters, just like how, the Minister of Finance said that at least we're not looking at the debt financing right now. We had some climate funds and the catastrophe bond, for those who've been following the news. But we need more of that to shore up. Malik, we're delivering water in the communities. People are waiting to have no water. How long? One of the pump houses, gone again. There is no backup. So even some of the community infrastructure, that is one aspect of, what we can look at to help build resilience in those areas, that when we're impacted by a natural disaster, while we know we have the local authorities working to restore normalcy, but those, these mechanisms and that kind of infrastructure will go a far way to help people on the ground as well.
So we're getting a little signal, Dinalyn, so just please hold that point, because I just have 2 more questions for you, but we're getting the break signal. So stick and stay, don't go away. You listen to the Talk Up Youth radio show, and today we are the voices of youth resilience, and we're talking with Dinalyn Swaby, telling us about how young people are being resilient on the ground in this way. Talk Up Youth, Miss Effie.
Talk Up Youth.
We'll soon come back.
starts with proper hydration. Hydrate your body with Hydrate. Hydrate is purified natural water from rocks 110 feet below the ground. You have never tasted water so great, yet so affordable. Yes, taste and experience it for yourself. Water at its best. Hydrate. Available also as purified alkaline water and ultra-purified distilled water. Bottled by LLNSCS Limited, a subsidiary of Max Pharmaceuticals. Call 876-983-6466.
This is Wayne Walker from Nationwide 90 FM, and I'll be reporting live from the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Nationwide 90 FM understands that this could be the best Olympic Games ever. Never miss a single moment, update, commentary, or analysis from the 2024 Paris Olympic Games when you tune into Nationwide 90 FM.
Ronnie James is coming in Hudson Smith, but watch the Jamaican! Here comes Antonio Watson, this could be a photo finish! The Jamaicans got it!
Nationwide 90 FM, we promise to give you A+ coverage powered by our silver sponsors, Digicel, Supreme Ventures Limited, and Pepsi.
And so we come to know these youths and show these youths. Talk up yourself, the youths to know them roots. Nurture them, protect and love and hear these youths. Use to make them know I love we show these youths. Say save the youth, not kill the youth. A build we come to build the youth. Stop trick and fool and kill the youth. A build we come to build the youth. Empower and then skill the youth. A build we come to build the youth. Youth in action, Jamaica. We are build the youths. Talk up youth in Jamaica.
Welcome back to the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth. And today we are the voices of youth resilience in a social, moral, and spiritual way. Indeed. And we're focusing currently on the social impact of youth resilience, especially in a time of crisis. And we're joined by none other than one of our teammates and climate activist and ambassador for the parish of St. Elizabeth, Ms. Dana Lynn Swaby. And she's been walking us through what the effort like is on the ground post-Hurricane Beryl in St. Elizabeth. Dana Lynn, you're still here with us, yes?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. Cardine, over to you.
Okay, so Dana Lynn, right? I want to ask this question because, you know, I was getting some of the understanding of you're saying that you're getting some person from your circle to come and assist, right? But how can individual or our listeners and business out there contribute to help relieve and assist in some of these efforts?
Yes. Thanks, Cardine. And before I get into that, I also want to just, big up and highlight the fact that there are so many pockets of, Good Samaritans coming out from St. Elizabeth, some of them, from other aspects. So not just me, so many people, and we're happy to see the work. Right. But as it relates to what I'm spearheading, I am currently raising a GoFundMe. We have a $5,000 goal for now. Yes. We're just under the halfway mark. So if you follow me at Lynn Swaby, LYNNSWABY on Instagram, the GoFundMe link is in my profile page. You can also head over to the Rotary Club of St. Andrew because we have a collaborative post where the information to donate to the Rotary community is there. Okay. Right. So the banking information is there. And so people can use those two forums. And I mean, we mentioned about working the contacts. Everyone knows someone, being from St. Elizabeth or some other community service club. So I think right now people are listening actively on the ground. Yes. A lot of people are mobilizing in their networks. And it can even simply be as whether you're from the parish or you're there foreign or somewhere else, you know someone in St. Elizabeth, ask people, has anybody been affected? I want to support, because some persons are giving direct donations to communities or to people that they know, to say, can I help a student that needs support with back to school expenses, who's been impacted, somebody who's lost their roof, can I help with getting water? Can I help with removing a light pole or whatever it is? So you have these organizations as well that are being mobilized. I see, a lot of corporate organizations also doing their thing. But like I said, some people, they want to impact in a direct way.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also say, a lot of people have been working off social media as well, just pooling together resources as friends and pack up in them car and drive on to St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
People have been doing that. And like I said, we all know somebody that knows somebody. So you can take the initiative, and then check with people so that if you want to make an impact and you really don't have somebody on the ground in St. Elizabeth, go through your network to identify a vulnerable area, a most impacted area, and then look at how you can match whatever you want to support with the needs in a particular community, the needs of a family, or so on. My teacher just called saying that she hear I'm coming on nationwide. You need to ask people like Protege and Kumar Fire that used to go to Monroe, and I don't want to put pressure on these people because I assume that they've been mobilizing what he's saying a benefit concert could help right now.
Right.
I
like that idea you just
Hampton,
made.
Especially with Monroe and Hampton.
Yes.
And because people might think, people are being affected, they're talking about a school. But Monroe and Hampton are boarding schools. Again, it's a community thing because you have workers from that school who may have been impacted and they send their kids to that school. Let's talk about boarding school and the role that it plays to help parents as well. When the parents, children are safely at boarding school, parents can work late, parents don't have to worry about pickup and other things that different families may be challenged with. You don't know. So it goes into much more than saying you're focusing on a school. It's a community in itself, and it also employs people and provide income for households that have been affected. So we want to really have a big picture look at what this disaster means for everyone in Jamaica right now, and nothing is too small. If I even $500, you understand, it goes a long way. So I just want people to think that you don't have to be no Dana Lynn Swavey or anybody as an influencer and all of that.
Right.
Everybody can do something in their own corner to make our situation better. And I want to acknowledge that while we're focusing on St. Elizabeth, I'm aware that you have other parishes that have been impacted. So the same goes for those areas as well.
And I like how you mentioned, Dana Lynn, because especially the younger listeners who are listening, who they have felt that moral inclination to respond, or that human condition to respond, that, go out there, do your research, and even in your own little way, think about where has been affected and see how you can as you say, collaborate with others to come and make a direct impact. So you don't have to be an influencer, as Dana Lynn, or anyone else.
I'm not an influencer. Or I guess I'm doing this day and society influencer. If you have a back followers,
girl, we know.
Doesn't matter.
But at least, you can take that part as well. And it was so heartwarming, you said, the other group, because last week on the show, we were discussing how the UWMONA External Affairs Committee, the UWMONA Guild, actually also responded to the call and went down last weekend and brought some supplies as well. But Curtin has another question for you.
So what message would you like to leave to our audience, about the importance of community support during times of crisis? Because we get to understand that oftentimes, many persons always say we are prepared for this, but when these things actually come, we are so in scrambles, like we don't know what to do, especially like a natural disaster like this, a hurricane that has since recently passed. So what message would you like to leave with persons, so the importance of community support during times of crisis?
I mean, I just have to say, no, more than ever, we need each other.
Yes.
And like I said, there's nothing too small. We are stronger in numbers. And so anything that you do, and I also want to big up St. P 876 as a page that's always promoting things about St. Elizabeth. They've been doing very well in amplifying, so it's even spreading awareness.
Right.
But like I said, Curdy and Malik, your listeners, now more than ever, coming together is important. Community service is important, because it doesn't matter if you're self-made, if you're rich or poor or whatever. All of us at some point in time, anything that we are able to achieve, it's through the support of people. Right now, the GoFundMe, we may have started it, but it's people contributed to it. With trucking water, people contributed to that. So everything that is being made possible when it comes to the mobilization of resources and support at a local, national, regional level, it's through the support of people, somebody else caring about a situation, and that's what we need to do at this time. Now more than ever, all Jamaicans need to come together and support each other as best as we can.
And I think that's such, a profound statement that goes back to the whole concept we've been discussing since morning, Dylan, about no man is an island, no man
stands alone.
The collapse. But Dylan, I just think, what you have shared with us is so timely in helping us appreciate overall that this climate thing is not a one-off thing or a one-sector thing. It is a collaborative thing of so many different it's a life thing, so many different angles. And you've just literally blown our minds this morning in your usual style of sharing how it is, the impacts and the interconnected nature of it goes. But we just want to big you up and thank you for the work that you are doing and showing us how young people can show the world and they're in their own little ways that no man is an island and no man stands alone. This is the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth, and we're going to take a break. Stick and stay, don't go away. Talk Up Youth, Mr. Faye. Talk Up Youth.
All right.
Upgrade your home or business with Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Explore a range of termite-resistant plywood, quartz, solid surface, and granite. Experience timeless elegance with our cedar doors, crafted from premium cedar stock, kiln-dried for durability and beauty. For quality and craftsmanship, visit us at the Trade Center Kingston 10 or Hatfield, Mandeville. Call 876-963-0628-30. Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Transform your space today.
Share in the experience at Fontana Pharmacy. We have a wide variety of items in store just for you. Fill your prescriptions while you shop. And senior citizens enjoy 10% off. Shop household, cosmetics, toys, and many other departments. We also offer curbside pickup and delivery. Visit our website at fontanapharmacy.com. Fontana Pharmacy, where it's all good inside.
The Ultimate Drag Racing Showdown, Automotive Art presents Valvoline Drag Rivals from July 19th to the 21st at Vernon Field in Clarendon. Come witness the Island Boys 7-second civic attempt to reset your own record. Experience the thrilling showdown of supercars, and for the first time, Saturday night racing in a Vernon Field. General admission at 3,000, kids under 12 free all weekend. Valvoline VIP grandstand 6,000. Don't miss this epic weekend of drag racing as cars battle it out for trophies, cash prizes, and Valvoline deal and giveaways. Mark your calendar, July 19th to the 21st. See you there. Race on the track, not on the road.
My name is Miara Armstrong and I attend Stella Maris Preparatory School, and my Olympic hero is Elaine Thompson-Hera.
Elaine Thompson-Hera takes the gold medal here.
I think it motivates me to represent myself as well, to build my brand, and I'm just happy for our small country with less than 3 million people. So I am just excited to be a part of my culture, my country, celebrating, winning, doing everything that we love,
It's Elaine Thompson-Hera who successfly defends her Olympic title.
Stay tuned to the Paris Olympics on Nationwide 90 FM. Woo!
Nothing I dislike more than to meet up on bumper-to-bumper traffic on a daily basis. This is why I stay tuned to Nationwide 90 FM at 6:45 and 7:18 a.m. during Nationwide This Morning for Street Smart. A twice daily look at traffic conditions across the Kingston metropolitan region and sections of St. Catherine with our man on the streets, Ludlow McLean from the El Shaddai Taxi Company. That's Street Smart on Nationwide 90 FM at 6:45 and 7:18 a.m. Sponsored by the Jamaica Urban Transit Company. Pay less with your Smarter Card when you travel with the JUTC. Starting May 13, 2024, adult passengers with a Smarter Card will pay only $50. Travel safe and hassle-free with your Smarter Card. Conditions apply.
Undeniable.
that we should be together.
The true beauty of music is that it connects people. It carries a message. It speaks to you. It changes you. And that's exactly what we do just for you every Sunday as we take you to Urban Paradise, 9:10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Urban Paradise is our weekly musical journey that will serve up 110 glorious minutes of positive storytelling through music, mixed in with inspirational features to provoke thought and to heal the soul.
Like a dream come true, too. Just wanna be with you.
So join me, Diane Ashton Smith, this and every Sunday, 9:10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. Urban Paradise, opening our hearts, connecting to others.
Loudy kids, madam ground, not yesterday. I like a hip start show. Loudy kids, to my lot, onto them by the street, madam going back home. This is Ngozi Right representing for Talk Up Youth.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life.
Some Duke on the vibe.
This is Nikisha Barnes representing for Talk Up Radio, a Talk Up Youth production held every Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Talk Up Youth, Mr. Talk Up Youth.
Go to follow you they go.
This year, good news, giant plenty balling. Go to follow you they go.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life.
Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life.
Even before you call, you don't answer prayer. My papa is too short.
Welcome back to the Talk Up Youth radio show here at Nationwide 90
FM.
You know, I was just listening to that lyrics in my head.
Mm-hmm.
You know, blessing, testimony.
Are you really singing right now,
Yeah, I was singing in my mind. But anyways, so we're here now. We're moving from the social aspect of it now into the spiritual aspect of resilience.
Yes.
Right? And we're joined here by Kevon and Narika, right?
Yes, Narika.
Okay, great. Great. Anyways, so Kevon, what's up? What's new? Because you're a part of the show, right? You're still a part of the show.
He's a teammate, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a former Talk Up Youth co-host back in the days of Daniel in Swaby and even Malik as well, you know. But now I'm in the field of auto detailing now.
Right.
Great.
And welcome to the show, Narika. How are you?
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm doing well.
How has the summer been for you so far?
It's not much of a summer because I'm working.
Can I tell you?
But I've been blessed and highly favored, so there's much to be happy about.
Great.
Good stuff. So just for our guests to know, we're in our What Say You segment and we're discussing, the spiritual aspect of things. And just to give you a little bit of background. So our guest, Kevon, as he said to you, is a Talk Up Youth team member and he owns Ellis Car Wash and Auto Detailing and has years of media experience, including as a former co-host, as he mentioned, for the Talk Up Youth radio show, and he leads the youth ministry at New Life Evangelistic Center and is a husband and a father. And Narika holds a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from the UMONA, and she has experience as an analyst in manufacturing, focusing on quality and food safety. Vibrant and active, she serves as the administrator secretary for the youth ministry at the New Life Evangelistic Center. Her skills include management, organization, and problem solving, and she aims to empower youth through active engagement and learning. So, Narika and Kevon, I just want to start off first and foremost with this awesome responsibility that you have to empower young people. Do you ever feel burdened by it? I think that's the first question, because, generally when we see persons we can say we're influencers too, because we empower people every day today on Nationwide 90 FM 11 to 1. We're here to empower and motivate young people. Likewise, in your ministry at church, you motivate young people as well and empower young people. But a question I think many persons want to answer or ask for you to answer is, does it ever get overwhelming?
I can go ahead first. So it does definitely get overwhelming, especially when you're in a leadership position.
Yes.
It may sometimes seem to others that you're not human, so they expect that you're able to juggle all of these different roles and responsibilities, and then you're still able to lend a helping hand. And it does become burdensome sometimes because you may deal with your own personal challenges as youth, and as a human, as a Christian who's not perfect, you do have to struggle with your own personal sins or things that you're that you have like a personal life or family obligation. So definitely it does become burdensome, but once you have a family, such as the youth ministry that we have there, you can lean on persons, and it's never too burdensome to ask somebody that, hey, I need help and I'm struggling in this particular area.
What about you, Kevin?
Yeah, it sometimes feels like a burden, leading a youth ministry, and I also have the responsibility of a family. I'm a husband, I have 2 children.
Right.
So sometimes it becomes challenging, but you have to just lean the burden onto God. And when you're serving in ministry, you have to do it from a source where you're doing it from love and you're doing it unto God. If you look at it as just doing it for people or doing it for the ministry, then it's going to be a burden. But when you're doing it for God, it doesn't become so much of a burden.
I like that. That is so profound. I like that. I know a question of the day is, how do you live our show that no man is an island, no one stands alone? And I'm glad you mentioned earlier, about leaning on someone when you feel, probably burden or so. But how do you say, or how would you answer this question?
Well, the Bible says that we should hold up each other's burdens. So sometimes as young persons, whether old or young, or persons either outside the youth, may feel that it's not necessary to go to church. You're just like, of the opinion that, we just need God and it's just my relationship with God alone. And that's the only thing that matters. But Jesus had 12 disciples. He had persons to support his ministry. And so persons take lightly the fact that in a ministry, yes, you may be the leader or the figurehead, but you need persons around you that are going to support you, that who can say, okay, when they see that you're falling, can help to hold you and uplift you. Yeah. So that is very important.
Great. How about you, Kevin?
What was the question again?
So the question of the day is, how do you show that no man is an island, no one stand alone? That's the question for today.
Yes, so you see, this thing is, God wants us to fellowship. And as Norika said, the relationship with God must be a personal experience. However, God sends men to favor us. So whenever God blesses us with favor, it comes from God through men to us. So in your destiny is in the hands of God, but you will achieve that through men. So the opportunity that you get to be employed at a company comes through men. So either way, sometimes we say we don't love people, but we only have people while we're on earth, so no man stands alone.
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very profound as well, like Kevin is saying, because fellowship, putting it in this aspect now, moving away. So we saw it from the social aspect. We were looking at collaborations and our networks. But we also see collaborations or our networks reflected in even our spiritual lives through, as we call it, fellowship. And no matter how you look at it, it's very important. I think that's why I started there first before, really going into the general questions about, your journey and the upcoming conference you're going to be having, but to really start with us understanding that even in this space of empowerment, you still need those collaborations and networks to help you through. Yeah? So, apart from this no man is an island, no man stands alone discussion that we're having this morning, Kevin and Norika, my apologies, I want you to just give us a little teaser. What's one word you would use to describe your Christian ministry and journey?
So far. Let's say that so far.
Well, for me, it would be faith.
Faith. Okay.
Okay.
I would say consistency. That's the most important thing for me. If I find myself that I don't stay in the word, it can be easy for those old temptations, those old lifestyles to come brewing back up. And so in order for us to really be able to subdue the flesh and be in with the spirit man, it's really important that we're continuously dwelling in the word. In the prayer that we say all the time, it says, give us our daily bread. And it's daily for a reason.
Amen. So faith and consistency. So stick and stay, don't go away. We're going to break now for the midday news. Talk up youth, Miss Effie.
Talk up youth.
Soon come back.
You could have been dead. You could have been smoking on the street.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
12 noon.
It's credible and factual. The world at noon on Nationwide 90 FM.
Good afternoon, I'm Andrew Cannon. Coming up in the world at noon for this Saturday, July 13, 2024. Energy Minister Darl Vaz says JPS is to provide him with a schedule of its restoration project and a plan for effective communication. The Chief Public Health Inspector for St. Anne is raising concern about the water quality in the parish following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Prime Minister Andrew Holness commends the Hanover Police for the 11% reduction in murders in the parish so far this year. While in the region, the United Nations has joined the plea to seek help for St. Vincent and Grenada in the wake of Hurricane Beryl's devastation. While on the international scene, the Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says at least 71 Palestinians have been killed in an Israeli airstrike. And in sports, England have added fast bowler Mark Wood to their squad for the second test against West Indies at Trent Bridge. The details after this. Energy and Telecommunications Minister Darl Vaz says that the Jamaica Public Service Company JPS is to provide him with a schedule of its restoration project and plan for effective communication. Mr. Vaz toured JPS's control center on Friday to assess the impact of the country's energy sector. This follows the passage of Hurricane Beryl last Wednesday.
I'm expecting that by Monday I'll be able to give Cabinet a fulsome report. And we're going to now move to improve the communications by the JPS to its customers and move away from percentages and deal with the areas that are to be restored and the timelines in which they are to be restored.
Minister Vaz says he has asked the JPS to provide him with a detailed report that shows specific areas still without electricity.
By Monday, I'm expecting that JPS will give me something that will show a schedule with precise communities, districts, streets, and lanes. Therefore, persons will be able to understand where the process is and when they can expect electricity to be restored, parish by parish.
Darl Vaz, Minister of Energy and Telecommunications. Chief Public Health Inspector for St. Anne Leroy Scott is raising concern about the water quality in the parish following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. He told Thursday's monthly meeting of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation that water supply in sections of the parish is being hampered by the lack of electricity in several communities. Mr. Scott is warning St. Anne residents to be careful when consuming water in the parish.
Other suppliers have now been unable to provide service because there is no electrical power. With that, we understand that persons continue to get water from whatever source that they are able. We caution in this time that persons be vigilant and be very careful of the quality of the water that they use for domestic purpose. If you are in doubt, we ask that you do your own treatment at home before you consume water. We found that even a few of the supplies that went up following the hurricane, the residual chlorine levels were not at the level that we expect. Some had no chlorine at all.
Mr. Scott is encouraging residents in the parish to treat water before consumption.
We encourage community members to either boil or use household bleach to treat your drinking water before consumption. It's a simple method. You just add 2 drops of liquid chlorine bleach, and we caution persons not to use bulk bleach that is frequently sold across communities and distributed all over the island. If you are going to use a product, particularly a chemical product, please ensure that it is appropriately labeled, that you can read what the active ingredients in the solution is.
Leroy Scott, Chief Public Health Inspector at the St. Anne Health Department. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is commending the police in Hanover for achieving an 11% reduction in murders in the parish so far this year. The Prime Minister visited Hanover on Friday and handed over houses to Jamaicans in need under the government's new social housing program. The Prime Minister also stopped by Johnsontown in the parish, which was recently affected by a triple murder, and interacted with head of the Hanover Police, Superintendent Andrew Nish.
So far, Honorable Prime Minister, we are experiencing a 11% reduction in murder. Now, where we are standing presently was a location of the recent triple murder, which is the Johnsontown district in the Lucy policing area. But so far, Honorable Prime Minister, we have put strategies in place to contain the spread of violence. We have other challenges in terms of different locations, such as Green Island, but with the hard-working men and women of the Hanover Division, I promise you, sir, we will be able to ensure that we have public safety and security at our interest at all times.
Commanding Officer for the Hanover Police, Superintendent Andrew Nish, Prime Minister Holness noted that Hanover does not usually experience a high rate of violent crime.
Hanover is one of the parishes that you don't expect to have high crime. But the truth is, from time to time, we see flare-ups, particularly related to gang activities. The underpinning of those would be scamming. Hanover is sandwiched between Westmoreland and St. James, and oftentimes there is a spillover effect. So I'm very happy to see that you have strategies in place to manage the displacement that happens from the other 2 parishes and to keep whatever gang activities that are resident here under control. Superintendent Nish, keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness. A St. Catherine man is to appear in parish court on Monday, July 22, to answer murder and illegal burial charges. He is 25-year-old Kamal MacDonald, a farmer of Fraser's Content in Spanish Town. MacDonald is charged with the murder of 33-year-old security guard Kevin Anderson. Anderson's body was found in a shallow grave near the Fraser's Content Main Road in Spanish Town at about 1:39 p.m. on Wednesday, May 8. After following several investigative leads, MacDonald was implicated and was later taken into custody. He was charged on Thursday, July 11 with murder, conspiracy to murder, and unlawful burial of a dead body. The alleged leader of the faction of the St. Catherine-based Klansman gang, Tesha Miller, and 23 of his co-accused will return to court on October 10 for a further case management hearing. The men were present in the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston on Thursday. Prominent medical Dr. Paul Robinson, who is the latest accused man added to the indictment, made his first court appearance. Dr. Robinson has been charged with providing a benefit to a criminal organization. Miller and the others are charged under the anti-gang legislation and other serious offenses, including murder, conspiracy to murder, robbery, illegal possession of a firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition. All the accused men, except for Dr. Robinson, were remanded into custody. And now to news in the region. The United Nations has joined the plea to seek help for St. Vincent and Grenada in the wake of Hurricane Beryl's devastation, noting that $5 million of the $9 million requested would go to Grenada and the remainder $4 million will go to St. Vincent and the Grenadines in a bid to help a total of 43,000 people. In an AP report, Simon Springett, UN Resident Coordinator for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, said Beryl disrupted lives at a scale and ferocity that is becoming all too common. The storm, which killed at least 7 people and destroyed schools, businesses and livelihoods across Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines left thousands of people homeless, according to the report. Together, they constitute Beryl's Armageddon, said Ralph Gonzalez, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They decimated entire islands in just a few hours. News now on the international scene. The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza says at least 71 Palestinians have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on a designated humanitarian area in an attack which Israel says targeted senior Hamas leaders. More than 289 people were injured, according to the health ministry's statement. Hamas says the strike hit the Al-Mawasi area near Khan Yunis, which the Israeli military has designated as a humanitarian zone, urging Palestinians to seek shelter there. And now to sports. England have added fast bowler Mark Wood to their squad for the second test against West Indies at Trent Bridge. Wood, 34, missed a huge win in the first test after being part of England's squad for the T20 World Cup in June. The Durham man takes the place of James Anderson, England's all-time leading wicket-taker, who ended his international career at Lord's. And now to recap the top stories making the news at this hour. Energy Minister Darl Vass says JPS is to provide him with a schedule of its restoration project and plan for effective communication. The Chief Public Health Inspector for St. Anne is raising concern about the water quality in the parish following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Prime Minister Andrew Holness commends the Hanover Police for the 11% reduction in murders in the parish so far this year. I'm Andrew Canham. You can find the news on our website at nationwideradiojm.com and on the Nationwide app available on Google Play and the App Store. News is next at 5 o'clock. However, stay tuned as we go back to Talk Up Youth.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
The Ultimate Drag Racing Showdown, Automotive Art presents Valvoline Drag Rivals from July 19th to the 21st at Vernon Field in Clarendon. Come witness the Island Boys 7-second Civic attempt to reset their own record. Experience the thrilling showdown of supercars, and for the first time, Saturday night racing in a Vernon Field. General admission at 3,000, kids under 12 free all weekend. Valvoline VIP Grandstand 6,000. Don't miss this epic weekend of drag racing as cars battle it out for trophies, cash prizes, and Valvoline deal and giveaways. Mark your calendar, July 19th to the 21st. See you there. Race on the track, not on the road.
On July 18 and 19, Privacy and Legal Management Consultants Limited will show you how to take control of your data with top-notch privatization solutions offered at their Prioritizing Privacy Conference. This conference is dedicated to informing the public about the latest innovations and best practices in data privacy. Cliff Hughes Online will broadcast live from the conference on July 18 and 19 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tune in for insightful discussions with speakers from Trinidad, Barbados, the United Kingdom, and Jamaica, and explore the future of data protection. You don't want to miss this. That's a live broadcast of the Prioritizing Privacy Conference on July 18 and 19 during Cliff Hughes Online, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. This broadcast is brought to you by Privacy and Legal Management Consultants. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Stay ahead of the curve with our cutting-edge reporting and accurate breaking news coverage.
We're having an earthquake. Oh, God.
Hear it here first on Nationwide 90 FM.
Is that really Cliff Hughes talking?
Tune in, turn up the volume, and listen. We bring a mix of news, entertainment, and sports to your lives.
Nationwide 90 FM's live and continuous coverage of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
News and discussions week mornings.
Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning.
Entertainment in the afternoons, then news again in the evenings.
Nationwide news at this hour, fired.
Also tune into the entertainment and sports shows in the nights and on the weekends.
It is Boy Things After Dark right here on Nationwide 90 FM.
Everything is news, from current affairs and entertainment to sports, business, and other categories.
Nationwide 90 FM. This is Beanie Man. Give it to them. Zaga, Zen.
From every whisper to every commotion.
That's rubbish. The KSAMC cannot investigate itself.
Was Cliff Hughes really talking like that?
Every news story unfolds here first at Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media. Every sound is a story, and every story we share is news.
Nationwide 90 FM is at it again.
Malay Walker is pulling away another Jamaican win.
Team Revolution will clear every hurdle and sprint to the finish as we cover the games of the 33rd Olympiad from Paris, the city of love.
Here comes Parchment on the outside, all the way under pressure. Handsome Parchment, let's go! A Jamaican victory in the 110 hurdles.
Nationwide's coverage is powered by our gold sponsor,
Ray and Nephew White Overproof Rum.
Live exquisite this year with new arrival black and chrome fixtures for your home at Unique Living. Select from a wide variety of rain shower systems, fabulous faucets, and stylish sinks to suit your kitchen and bathrooms. Get uncompromised quality and style unique to you. Shop everything new at Unique Living, Jamaica's leading shower and faucets provider. Visit shop number 6, 30 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10, or call 876-755-3661 to 2.
Experience Jamaica's Olympic triumphs in Jamaica Gold, a golden spotlight.
Brought to you by Petrojam E1087 Gas Promotion, serving Jamaica's energy needs.
And the gun sends them on their way in the 200-meter final. Allison Felix, Veronica Campbell came away running. They're approaching the top of the home straightaway. Veronica Campbell, Aileen Bailey, Allison Felix comes alongside Campbell, and the battle is joined. Campbell is in front. Felix trying to catch up. Veronica Campbell has the lead. Felix digging down, but Campbell will cross the line to win it with Felix second.
That's how Veronica Campbell won her first and Jamaica's sixth gold medal in Olympic history. At the age of 22, Campbell represented Jamaica at the 2004 Athens Olympics. She competed in both the 100 and 200 meters. She won bronze in the 100 meters. Campbell was expected to threaten but not beat the favorite in the 200 meters, the outstanding American Allison Felix. But in a stunning display, Campbell decimated the field. She ran a blistering curve and held her form down the stretch to become the first Jamaican and first Caribbean woman to win a sprint title in Olympic history.
You just experienced a Jamaican Olympic triumph in Jamaica Gold, a golden spotlight.
Brought to you by Petrojam E1087 Gas Promotion, serving Jamaica's energy needs.
And so we come to know these youths and show these youths. Talk up yourself, the youths to know them roots. Nurture them, protect and love and hear these youths. Use to make them know I love we show these youths. Mr. Save the youth, not kill the youth. I build we come to build the youth. I trick and fool and kill the youth. I build we come to build the youth. Empower and then skill the youth. I build we come to build the youth. Youths in action, Jamaica. We are build the youths. They have a youth in Jamaica.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you give a little more than you take, and if you try to fix more than you break, if you're the kind who takes the time to help a stranger in the rain, there's a place for people like you. If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way, there's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold, and when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here are through, there's a place up there for people like you. If you walk around with your heart on your sleeve, and if you're trying to be the change you wanna see, if you lay down your life for love so someone could end. And when you get there, there's a hand to hold. I believe when your days down here.
Welcome back to Talk of Youth, the voice of the Jamaican youth here on Nationwide 90 FM. And we're here with two guests. We have Kevon and we have Narika, right? So, we're just going back to the spiritual aspect of resiliency. So we're starting off by asking, to just continue about the conversation.
The
that we
last
had.
place they left off was discussing for us
faith and consistency as two of the
indeed.
values that they try to emulate in their journey as young people. But start for us by telling us a little bit more about, your growth and your journey so far, Narika.
Okay, hello again everyone. So, one of the things that I've found on my Christian journey per se is fulfillment. They talk about that peace that surpasses all understanding. When I was in the world, it's like you're just searching and you can't find what you're searching for. Sometimes it's like you don't even know what you're searching for. But what I have found since I have had a relationship with God is that even when I am in storms, I'm going through things that because of the God that you serve, because of the relationship that you have with God, is that you don't worry. And even though you may be going through a storm, is that you have that level of peace.
Yeah.
And that is something that I never had before I had a relationship with Christ.
Great. How about you, Kevon?
Yeah, my journey has been great. Tuesday coming will be 1 year since I got saved. And as I spoke about faith earlier, faith is like the Bible tells you that it's unable to please God without faith. So sometimes with faith, you have to literally step out and have the confidence in God that He will be able to supply your needs. So the journey is not an easy journey. When you receive salvation, it's not an event, but it's a journey that you walk on. You still have challenges, you still have desires that are not of God. But when you stick with Him, when you stick into the Word, stick into prayer, it makes the journey more easier.
Great indeed. Alright, so how has your faith positively impacted your life and your what should I say now?
Outlook?
How do your faith in terms of how do you see the world now since you have become saved and your life has changed and stuff on the Christian path? How you view the world now from a godly perspective? I can start with Kevon, go ahead.
Yeah, now when I got saved, I realized that everything is spiritual. So usually we would say it's the universe and it's an energy. But when I got saved, I realized that everything is spiritual. And the things that we see in the physical realm and in the flesh, it begins from a spiritual place. So the Bible tells us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. So the things that we have challenges with, they comes from a spiritual place. They come from a higher place. So now I see the world on a spiritual perspective.
Yeah. How about you, Narika?
It has definitely changed my perspective on how I navigate the world.
Yeah.
So usually I would be of the opinion that it doesn't matter what I listen to, the people that I interact with, but going on my Christian journey now, I am more cognizant of what I read, what I allow to really be in contact with my spirit, because what you really are opening up, even though persons are of the opinion that if I listen to this, I may not necessarily do this, what you really do are inviting strongholds and demons and all manner of evil to really be in your life, and it really does impact you. It impacts your thoughts, and so what the Bible says is that you must make all thoughts really be captured by God, and for doing that you really have to be in the Word daily.
Understood. I'm very curious though, what is it like being a Christian youth in modern Jamaica? Because you have all these distractions that you're mentioning and these other elements that are around.
Yeah.
And based on your new relationship with Christ or God, what is it like though being a Christian youth in modern Jamaica?
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges sometimes. So this is why Psalm 91 tells us that we must dwell in the secret place, in order not to be distracted by all the things that we see out in the world. You have to dwell in that secret place, that place where you have a relationship with God. I mean, we still have our phones, so we know a lot of what is going on. So we have to know kind of limit some of the stuff. Before we got saved, we were out in the world, and there are things that we like. There are things that are sinful that you probably like, but you understand now that there are consequences to these sins. So being a young person, as our name suggests, we are trailblazers, and as trailblazers, we are pioneers. We set apart. So that is what we are working on now, to be the difference.
Okay, how about you, Naika?
I would say that there's a lot of resistance externally with persons that you have to interact with. There's a lot of resistance internally because you're used to certain things that you have seen in the world, and once you're a Christian now, it's like you're battling with the flesh and the spirit. It's like they're in this constant battle, who is going to win. So who you feed really is who is going to win. You have to constantly be feeding the spirit man in order for you to be able to grow and grow as Kevin was saying earlier. So
Great, indeed. All right, seeing that you're both of you guys are young persons, right? How do you help to teach and aid other young person in understanding and adapting Christian morals, especially if you're surrounded in a youth space?
I can speak to what we do as a part of our youth ministry. So we have bi-weekly meetings in where we try to interact and really engage our youth. So one of the things that we did recently was what we call Bible Blazers, in which we have a quiz competition to really help to engage the youth, but at the same time we're learning as well. And we try to be able to put different activities in order to really engage the youth, because we know that as young persons, sometimes the world seems more exciting, more attractive. So we want to make sure that at all times we're making it seem that, okay, Christ is more attractive, and persons don't need to go outside of church in order to have fun.
That is so true. Growing up in church, they normally have this game. I don't know if you know, Malik. You have the Bible in your hand and
sword in hand.
Yes, yes. Do persons still do those stuff in church?
Yeah, we still do that.
I'm glad how you mentioned, making church or religion more attractive.
Yeah.
So tell us, Kev, how can the church, based on your experience as a young person in the field and trying to, win souls or help develop our spiritual and moral sides, how can the church better engage with and support younger generation?
Well, you see, there's a thin line between meeting youth at the point where they are and still sticking to the truth which comes from the word. I think it's just about making the journey more attractive and entertaining, through fellowship and different types of engagement. Before I got saved, Christianity was just going to church whenever, but it wasn't fun. But the fun aspect of my Christian journey is basically the testimonies. When you get the test and it leads to testimonies, when you go through the trials and it leads to triumph, that makes it's more fun. So I think some of the ways that we have to reach young people is either social media. We have to kind of step over to that place, but still does not lose that Christian value.
Yeah, great indeed. And I like you mentioned that part about getting young persons and capturing them from social media, because I think that is one of the ways we can definitely help young persons to understand how to really adapt the resilient aspect of spiritual well-being, but Go ahead, Malik.
So I know that, we're discussing your journey and how you're influencing, but you have a conference coming up. So tell us a little bit about that and how we can get more information or even support the conference.
Okay, so our church, New Life Evangelistic Center in Portmore, is having what is known as an auxiliary conference from July 28th to August 4th. But really, we have a youth aspect, which will be from July 28th to July 29th. So those 2 days, what we really want to do is engage the youth through prayer and worship. And we also have guest speakers that will come and be able to really empower the youth. So we want persons to get back to that aspect of worship, and we want the youth to be engaged and leave feeling that, okay, this is something that they want to change their lives. And even if there are a youth that was already in the faith, then it's something that will even push them further and help them to grow.
Any details on any of the speakers or guests we can look forward to, and is there any cost to attend?
Well, there will not be any cost.
You hear that? No costs. Good.
Yeah. But one of our speakers is Minister Shamar, who is a young Christian who is very powerful. He has the prophetic. So you definitely want to come out and hear a young man like that. When this man prophesy, when this man pray, trust me, you can feel it in your spirit. So you definitely want to come out and have that experience.
Yeah. Great. I just went on my calendar and just put it down for July 29th now.
28
and 29.
And it is absolutely free for any young person to come out and support. So I just want you, in wrapping up, to just leave your final thoughts or message to young people as to how they can, as young people, be spiritually resilient.
Yeah.
Go, Nor.
Alright, so honestly, the best thing to really do, especially if you're a young Christian, is to stay consistent in God's word. And if you can find a teacher, and that's because that's something that has really helped me in my Christian journey, to have a mentor, so somebody to go to, especially when you're having challenging times, especially when you have questions, because other persons outside of Christianity are going to want to tell you how to interpret the Bible and tell you what is truth from what is not. But everything that you need to know regarding the truth and how to really navigate the world and how to be the best person you can possibly be is in the Word of God. You just need to dwell in that.
Thanks so much for that, Kim.
Well, I before I close, I just want to encourage young people to choose God and to stick to God, stick in the Word. As Narika said, everything is in the Word. In the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God and is God. And the Bible tells you that his truth shall be our shield and buckler, and the same truth shall set us free. What is the truth? The truth is the Word.
Yeah.
Everything is in the Word. So I really encourage young people to stick in the Word. And also I encourage other churches, other youth ministries to come on board and support the conference. We want to invite other youth ministry to come and just be a part of the fellowship. And also we are asking that anybody who wants to sponsor the conference, we would greatly appreciate that as well.
Okay, great. So it is from the 28th to the 29th for the youth aspect of it, and then from the 28th to the 4th of August for the entire conference, right?
And the conference is at your church at what location?
Yes, so we're at 34A Passage Fort Drive, New Life Evangelistic Center. And the conference is breaking up into 4 different ministries of the church. The youth is from the 28th to the 29th, and our theme is relentless in the pursuit of God. Then we have the women, which their theme is it's your season, from the 30th to the 31st of July. Then we move on to the children ministry, which their theme is predestined for greatness, and that will be from the 1st to the 2nd. And then we will close out very strong with the men ministry, and their theme is powered for greatness.
Great.
And that is a 2nd edition. And that will be from the 3rd to the 4th. So it's a very power-packed conference where you will experience great speakers from the youth, women, children, and men ministry.
Great indeed. I'm definitely looking forward to that conference. I just put it on my calendar, so hopefully you will be seeing me there. And I must say thank you again, both of you, for coming out and definitely informing us about this conference. And I'm sure the young persons have been empowered, both socially and spiritually, this morning. And thanks again, Kev and Narika, for coming out, and we do appreciate it. So you heard it here first on Nationwide 90 FM, here on the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youths, about this proper conference. So until after the break, we're going to be wrapping up, and yeah,
stick and stay, don't go away. This is the Talk Up Youth Radio Show. Talk Up Youth, Miss Effie. Talk Up Youth.
If you stand up for those down on their knees and lend a voice to those who cannot speak, if you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way, there's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold. Guilty.
Out perform, out last.
Guilty.
We top performance.
Guilty.
Jackama. Reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electrician. Fancy electrodes, free parts and free repairs. 3 parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilton, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Experience Jamaica's Olympic triumphs in Jamaica Gold, a golden spotlight.
Brought to you by Petrojam E1087 Gas Promotion, serving Jamaica's energy needs.
Veronica Campbell-Brown ensured that Jamaica swept the sprint titles in Beijing, winning the 200 meters final to retain the crown she won 4 years earlier. This was how Jamaica picked up its 11th Olympic gold medal.
And it is a fair start. Veronica Campbell-Brown comes away quickly. So does Karan Stewart. And Allison Felix trying to keep pace. Moodley in the outside lane. Top of the home straightaway. Veronica Campbell-Brown is in front. Another Jamaican shows the way down the home stretch. Allison Felix trying to close. Karan Stewart and Moodley. But it will be Veronica Campbell-Brown to get it. Allison Felix finishing second. The same 1-2 result as Athens.
You just experienced a Jamaican Olympic triumph in Jamaica Gold, a golden spotlight.
Brought to you by Petrojam E1087 Gas Promotion, serving Jamaica's energy needs.
Nationwide 90 FM is at it again. Team Revolution will clear every hurdle and sprint to the finish line as we cover the games of the 33rd Olympiad from Paris, the city of love.
3 meters clear, 5 meters clear, and away he goes. He continues on his way towards another gold medal. 5 gold medals, 5 world records.
Nationwide's coverage is powered by our diamond sponsor, Fosrich, fostering rich customer service across all locations island-wide.
My name is Dujan and I come from Appleton Basic School. My Olympic hero is Usain Bolt.
Away cleanly, Bolt has got a very good start indeed.
One of my mottos is that, anything is possible. Don't think limits. And I feel that I've proven that throughout the years. I never thought I would be this great at what I've done. But I want to say to the young kids growing up, just live your dream, work hard, stay focused, and just be strong and just keep on pushing and it will come true. So thank you.
Watch the clock, it's goal for Bolt, and again, he's done it again. A new world record for Usain Bolt.
Stay tuned to the Paris Olympic at Nationwide 90
Sweet Jamaica is now on the move.
All roads lead to the Jamaica College Auditorium this Saturday, July 13, for the Jamaica Festival Song Results Show starting at 8:30 p.m. 10 finalists, 10 great songs, but there can only be one winner. The Jamaica Festival Song Results Show, Jamaica College Auditorium, Saturday, July 13, 8:30 p.m. Admission free. Festival nice again.
Yeah, man, you don't know. Talk up, youths. Hey. Oh, yeah, boy. Listen. Right about now, we want to tell them. We tell them, say, youths, you have to stand for your rights now. Now is the time. Youth for chat and youth for act and youth for unite right now. No silence, you youth. You have to stand for your rights now. Now is the time. Tell the people.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This life, you know. But tell you nothing no easy about it. But for real, we won't quit, no. You know. And every day I get up and feeling the same. No. Some days I feel dread. And on a little bit of people I live by my name. No food I go through. It's hard when I put it on my bread. Cause no man is perfect. And we all know. And we all have days of feeling low. But I have faith that I hold on to. Working hard to see that tomorrow. A better tomorrow. A better tomorrow. A better tomorrow. A better tomorrow. No dreams, but no nightmare. Whoa. Life's sweet, but be that's there. Yeah. We only got one life, so I'm not living affair.
Welcome back to the Talk Up Youth Radio Show, the voice of the Jamaican youth, coming to you live on Nationwide 90 FM. And we have been the voices today for youth resilience, and we've touched the social, the spiritual, and now we're in the Bust the Youth segment, one of my favorite segments, and we're going into the cultural impact of resilience.
Yes.
And we are here to hear from some talented young people in this week's show, which is no exception. And we're joined by the dynamic duo known on social media as the Super Twins. None other than welcome to the show.
Hello, my name is Ngozi Music Right.
And my name is Tafari Makonnen Right.
And we are
the Super Twins.
I don't even need to introduce them. And they are joined by their father, who is no stranger to us as well. Are you hearing that? Are you hearing us?
Talk up youth, myself, talk up youth.
We
are here.
Alright, great.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. First and foremost, we want to say big ups and congratulations to you on your PEP results and graduation and all the very best for high school in September. Excited about that experience so far?
Yeah.
What are you feeling? What are you really feeling is going to happen now in the next year? You're going to be performing still? What do you think about that?
I am going to be performing, but I want to start swimming.
As well, another interest. Okay, what about you, Ngozi?
So this whole experience, it's kind of new to me now, but I'm excited, but I'm still kind of nervous. It's a new journey, another leaf, another chapter to fold over.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be trying new things, engage in more activities, while also balancing academics.
Okay. I like when you mentioned that, balancing the academics. Great. So how is the summer so far? What's the plan for the summer? Learning to swim, right?
Well, I can't do anything now in the next 5 weeks because my hand is broken.
Okay.
But I'm not sure about Ngozi and what she wants to do.
What are you thinking about so far, Ngozi, for your summer?
Okay, so my summer, the goal is to eat, sleep, eat, and sleep.
Okay.
I want to eat, eat and sleep, but I also want to go outside and, you know, touch some grass because my classmates keep on telling me that I need to go outside, I need to touch some grass, I need to do some stuff. But me and my brother, we go together everywhere, so we can't really. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to go in like the water activities.
Right.
Yes. So.
And it will be so interesting to see you guys in another year, you know, because you're going to be going to different schools. So it's going to be two different experiences you'll be having. But we know that the Super Twins will still be keeping us very engaged. But I think the question most people want to know is, how do you balance school with your craft?
Yeah.
How do you balance the two? It's a lot of work, I'm sure, but how did you balance?
Do you want to answer this?
Okay, so well, you know, it's most like it's a passion. The arts and everything, speech and drama, it's a passion for me. So like I don't see it as a burden or anything.
Right.
So I'm not really sure how to explain how, but you know, like focus in class, you know, do your work, listen to your teacher and stuff, because I graduated as a deputy head girl.
Right.
Yes.
Congrats on that. How do you, let me ask your brother then, Tafari, how do you balance working as a brother and sister duo? Because, you know, I'm sure you're seeing that there are others out there who may be siblings, but they're not twins, or they're older and younger sibling.
Yeah.
How do you enjoy working with your sister?
Yeah.
It's a really fun experience because we normally practice together in performances, so it helps us to more learn it. So when we go on stage, we don't make a mistake or embarrass ourselves.
And does your dad help you practice with your performances?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot. That much we know. We want to hear from you. And, you know, how does that help you and guide you when dad helps you with your performances?
Repeat.
How does that help or motivate you and your father, knowing that he's there to help you with your performances?
Okay, so my father has a lot of experience. He has been doing this for years before I was born. And I feel great knowing that, you know, I have parents and everything very supportive, and they can be there to look over me and help me to work through mistakes and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what, for big up daddy.
Good.
I have to big him up, and he's here in studio supporting the Super Twins today. Do you guys have a favorite performance now? Because we know quite a few of them. Well, clearly my favorite now is the one you did recently with the Hurricane Bird. Did you see that on the page?
No, I don't.
You need to go on the page ASAP. So you need to go follow Super Twins
Definitely.
ASAP. Well, that presentation was both hilarious as well as there's a message behind it. And I really hope persons picked up both the serious message that you had behind it as well as the comedic relief to it. So hats off to you for that and Ngozi for that performance. But let's ask you, let's see if they'll hear it first from you. What's your favorite performance?
Okay, my
If
favorite.
you could choose one. Rough one, yeah?
I don't really know if I have a favorite really. I think actually there's one poem that I love the most though. That's Hey Big Man. That's the first ever poem that my father wrote for me. And that holds a special place in my heart. So like whenever I go on a performance or anything and I deliver such a wonderful message and thing, it always makes me feel good. But you know, recently Tafari also did something similar to the hurricane. It's about toll.
Tell us about that one, Tafari.
Well, I don't really remember it all, but it had some meaning, like why them go raise the toll at the last minute after we don't know say it raise with the pan toll and wait so long, forget a little money we are beg feet and we can't get.
So it really is speaking to some social issue, something that we're facing.
Yes.
I really hope you two do English literature in high school. Please, Daddy, if they haven't thought about it yet, please ensure, because clearly you are linguistic gurus already.
Yeah.
But you spoke about, you know, performing and going to other places or different places, and that must be an experience as well, getting to go to other places and see other places around. Any favorite place you enjoyed visiting so far?
Florida.
Ah, what about you?
Great.
Yeah, Florida.
You enjoy Florida. What about Florida you
Yeah.
enjoy?
I mean, the scenery and everything, it feels similar to Jamaica because it feels so tropical and
Yes.
everything. But you know, as you come out of the airport, even the airport, it greets you with such a sight, a view. Like when you come out, like all these palm trees and you just line up, and the road is so clean and everything. And even though there are clean roads in Jamaica, which is why we really need to do better, cause Jamaica.
Great.
Can you share with us what your creative process looks like? If you understand, do you write poems by yourself? Do you write down poetry by yourself? Do you write and he edits it? How does it work?
Yeah.
Okay, so most of our poems, Daddy wrote them, but there are some like when I'm like, for example, I remember when I stayed up late one day and I think it was about in the 12 a.m. or something, and I really didn't really have anything to do because I didn't want to go out to sleep because I was asleep for the whole day. Yeah, I was resting. So I just sat there and I was just thinking, and I wrote about 3 poems on my own.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had it in my notes. I don't have it now, but yeah. So I had it in my notes and I wrote those 3. But most of our poems, Daddy writes.
Big up to Daddy again. What about you?
I wrote about 3 poems and plenty songs, but I wasn't really careful with where I put it because normally I just write them only a short bit.
Okay.
So most times I write them and I don't really like record it or anything. So I forget most of them over the time.
And the melody.
As well.
Yeah.
But you know, the good thing is the more you write and the more you practice, you'll get to get other ways of storing them so you can keep them, so you can look back at them over time. So, you know, when you're going to high school, you know, your Talk Up Youth family just encouraging you. Keep writing your music and your poetry and storing them. You can store them without, you know, on your computer. You learn them in voice notes or on the cloud. You're going to learn so many exciting opportunities in high school that will teach you how to store your creative process as well. But I mean, if you do not know who the Super Twins are, do you even live in Jamaica? Because I think most Jamaicans' fondest memory of you was when, as I put it, you stormed Parliament or Gordon House. And I'm saying to someone the other day, I was like, how I see Daddy put up all this unfinished pep? Like, that was just the other day you were in Parliament to show you how time is flying.
Yeah.
But I think that for many persons is what really, really, I have to big up Mama E because she's a part of that collaboration as well. Yes. Empress Golding, our executive producer, about giving young people from all ages a chance to grow and enjoy their creative processes. But I think what many persons want to find out as well is, you know, thanks to the support that you get from your dad and your community and your family and your classmates, what do you enjoy most about performing?
Okay, I enjoy inspiring a lot of people to stop being, let's say, rude to their children. Some parents, when their children is not listening, they either slap them or try to embarrass them in public. So we make songs, and even other people who does not know the children, they try to get friendly with them to manipulate them. So they can carry them anywhere, do whatever they want without the parents' permission. And sometimes parents actually agree to these stuff. So what we do is make songs, poems to stop this, to encourage people to give their children a better lifestyle.
Thanks for that. What about you?
So I enjoy the performing arts and all of this because, you know, it's a strong message actually. And, you know, right now when you want to see a change, you have to be the change. Wow. So right now, like all of this violence in Jamaica, left, right, and center, you're hearing children go missing. Even so much of the young ladies and everything. So when they go missing, all know they don't know where they are.
How does that make you feel to hear about the missing children?
Yeah.
Well, it makes me feel terrified actually.
Yeah.
And scared for my life, but at the same time, I feel rage and anger. Because, you know, how can, you know, it's right now how Jamaica stay. We it's possible for us to have like the technology and everything to locate persons and all of that. And how come like you can also track messages and stuff? So I think we could track messages, like even if you have a culprit, like you see somebody and you say, oh, that person might do it, So even back and forth text messages with the person, you could also track those messages to
as
see.
well.
Yeah, and it could locate the person.
What about you, Tafari? What do you feel about missing children in Jamaica? How does that make you feel?
It is really sad because if I was missing, I would want to see my parents, my family, my friends. But for the parents to see their children missing, that's on another level. Because I know one time I was hiding with my sister and then my mother couldn't find me because we were playing with my mother as well. That was like when I was 3. So when she couldn't find me, she went looking for me and then started acting like I wasn't there, and then Gozi was in on it too, and I started crying because I was really scared. I was wondering why they couldn't see me, and then when she finally admitted, I felt better. But to know that the children are going to be feeling this way is just so sad.
It's very sad indeed. And I'm so happy that you are both so empowered to share the message and share with others, through your art, your skill and your craft, for others to hear, not just children, but parents and community members as well. The importance of really taking care of children and not trying to harm them.
Yeah.
But what I want us to wrap up this segment by first and finally telling us about your biggest inspiration. Who wants to go first? Okay, the lady points to the gentleman.
My biggest inspiration, you mean the person?
Yeah.
Is my father, of course, because he helped us to reach this far. Because without him, we wouldn't even make it as close. Because a lot of people know my father as an international superstar. He makes songs globally. He went to different countries, islands, to spread one word, which is unity against all people.
What about you?
Okay, my biggest inspiration is my father. My parents in general, because we have to say a big up to them. Because literally we wouldn't be here without them, My father wrote the very first poem that actually helped us to be where we are today, and with the support and everything, the growth and unity and everything that they've put,
into you.
So
big ups to the parents. So if you want to follow the Super Twins and see their craft, you can follow them on Instagram at Super Twins, and I think that's a twin with a Z. Or Z, as some people produce it.
Super Twins 7.
Super Twins 7. Yes, and so you can follow them and enjoy their craft on their social media. But you can't be in the Bust the Youth segment and don't leave us with something. So we're coming up to the wire, and I see Marigold asking which schools they'll be attending, and you can see that Marigold, their father has promoted it on their page, so we wanted to go over to their page. Super Twins, do you want to pick up your school or your new school now?
Big up St. Andrews High for Girls, my school that's in 1 Andrews.
And bless up George's.
Alright. So, we're on the wire, and we just want to say, Cardane, in wrapping up, so we give the Super Twins time to think about how they're going to close out the show and which piece they're going to perform for us, by just saying a very, very big thank you to our executive producer, Empress Golding, our producers, Damian Scarlett and Damian Rose, our studio engineer for the day, and of course, on behalf of the entire Talk Up Youth radio show and the Nationwide News Network family, we want to wish you a very safe, restful, productive weekend, and just to leave you with the message that we had today, which is about resilience. Whether from a social, moral, spiritual, or cultural side, young people continue to be resilient. So take us out, Super Twins. What are you going to perform for us?
Take care of your kids, then.
In 1 minute, go!
Teach the children how they should live, and they will remember it all their lives.
But if any man provide not for his own children, is worse than an infidel.
Take care of your kids, them. Take care of your children.
Oh, you for dear dance and a party hard, and your children are suffer like dog. Take care of your kids, them. Take care of your children. Oh, you for dear dance and a party hard, and your children are suffer like dog.
You a worry about makeup and ear pan your head and your pitney shoes a beg bread.
You a worry about makeup and ear pa your head and your pitney shoes a bed bread. You a worry how your shoes look, and the youth them non a school book. Fasting boss are your slogan, and the youth them the pampa proof.
Wow.
One more time for the Super Twins. Talk up youth, Mr. F.
Talk up youth.
See you next week.
You ready? Back when I was a child.